is the author. Lesbian from Portland.
Could have told you that. I mean, I do think I did the intro last time, but whatever.
Oh my god.
All right.
No, that's not true. Maybe you did.
Yeah.
You could do it again.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Whenever we fact check, I'm right. I wore this yesterday, too.
Yeah.
It's a repeat outfit.
You're an outfit repeater, Lizzie McGuire.
Is that from Lizzie McGuire?
Uh-huh. She goes, Liz McGuire, you are an outfit repeater. And she goes, I may be an outfit repeater, but you're an outfit rememberer.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzie McGuire with the one-liner.
God.
That gay stuff?
What gay stuff?
The Don't Say Gay campaign?
Was that in Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah, she comes out of the dressing room and some girls are like, that's so gay. And she goes, you know, when you call something gay, like, you sound stupid.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, what? Gay icon.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
People remember. Those of us affected.
Yeah.
Those of us who she stood up for.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
All right, whatever. Let's do this intro.
All right, please.
Welcome back to Second Hand Smut.
Yes.
I'm Paul.
I'm Angela. See, now I'm going to be going
Yeah,
like that.
I know. If you need to switch it to handheld at any time.
No, it's fine.
Just pop it off.
No, I think this is a good test for me.
It feels like you've been like chained up. You're like the bad animal, and we had to put you in the
I do feel like
kennel.
I'm being punished
Yeah,
with this mic
it was
stand.
Like, oh, we didn't want to say it, but it's so hard to edit you
I know.
because of your microphone placement.
I know.
We need it to be attached to
I'm
something.
animated.
I'm animated. I get it.
You know.
You're not the only one.
I'm
who's
really
having
bad.
trouble.
I'm bad.
I mean, I'm trying to do a whole thing. We got some audio advice.
Yeah.
Let's just all of that to be said. We hear you. We hear the feedback.
We're working on audio issues.
We're working on audio issues.
And by we, I mean I'm trying to.
I'm trying to watch my S's, but now I don't. Now I'm like paranoid about.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't think there's anything we can do about the S's, but
Not right
except
now.
yeah,
It's for
and
buying
edit right.
better microphones. And
Yeah.
and shit.
Where did you get these microphones?
I got these on Amazon when me and my brother were gonna start our podcast that never went anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
Or never got posted or edited at all.
What was that podcast gonna be?
It was called Two Shitty Brothers.
Okay.
And the whole premise was that we were two shitty brothers.
To each other.
Just in general.
Okay.
And so we were bringing guests in, and they were supposed to tell us, like, stories of when, like, they were shitty or something shitty happened to them.
Oh, okay.
And then my whole point was, like, yeah, like, admit when you've been shitty, like, reflect on it, and, like, let's laugh about it.
Uh-huh.
And Eric's was like, oh, I just want to hear people be awful and shitty and laugh. But those did not go anywhere. Those did not.
That's funny.
They were not as buttoned up
Yeah.
as ours has been.
Hey, we're not doing too bad.
We're not doing too bad. At this point, this is episode 7.
7.
Yeah. 5 dropped today.
I know.
I'm like,
I know.
I don't want to say this.
Uh-huh.
This is farther than I thought we were going to get.
Me too.
I thought we were going to tap out at 3.
Well, you know, because that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, we love big ideas.
Oh my god, I'm made of big ideas.
I'm a huge starter.
Huge I don't even know if I'm a starter. I'm like a huge just idea.
Conceptualizer.
Yes. And then I'm like, well, nothing will ever come of that.
Yeah.
You know?
I do know.
But here we are.
I mean, I'm that way too.
Yeah. Well, and we have to do this for at least a year because I have bought like 50 books.
Oh, yeah.
So.
That's fine. I mean, whatever. At this point, this very soon may be the only thing I have going.
True.
So.
True.
Whatever.
It's all right. Too bad,
yeah,
you know.
People like it.
Yeah.
We like it.
We like
We
it.
like it.
Hey, that's all that matters, man.
Yeah.
By the way.
What?
Have you ever seen my toenails bare like this? In your life?
Not painted. I was like, I see your feet
Do you
all the
see
time.
that?
What, that they're naturally the duck shape?
Do you think my pinky toe's bigger than my middle toe?
In length, but not in girth.
Yes!
You know?
Oh my god! The pinky toe is so girthy.
You know what your toes remind me of?
What?
All the different versions of the ends of shovels. You know? Skinny square, thick square, round. You've almost got them all, dude.
Oh my god.
Your people were people of the earth.
I have hobbit feet.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, you could trill soil or whatever.
Dude, I don't need shoes. These are...
You do need shoes.
I feel like I could... I don't know, man.
You look like you could dig a hole and climb a coconut tree.
Right. And I can't do either.
You've never tried?
Oh, I've never tried. I've thought about it.
Maybe. You've dug.
Not with my foot.
Like that?
Yeah. No, I don't have attractive appendages.
No, I mean, I think for a group of people, your feet are, like, out of control. Because they're like this, they're tiny, but they're arched. They're arched to all get out.
I know. The arch is insane.
Yeah. Like, if you do get on Wiki Feet, like, if we get famous enough that we get Wiki Feeted.
Can we please just do that?
You wouldn't let me keep your feet in.
Let's do...
You made me cut your feet out of that episode.
Well, I didn't want it on the podcast because they were dirty.
From my floors.
From your floors. But...
I don't know if all that could happen from one trip on my floors, but
my floors are spotless.
I don't care.
Okay, hold on, I had something to say. You know how we were just talking about how we have ideas and nothing ever happens? Let's make the foot thing a real thing.
Well, what do you mean? Like, you want to start doing foot content? Feet content?
It's such easy money.
I think it is portrayed as easy money, but...
maybe it's not.
I don't know. Like, you do have to have good feet.
Yeah, which I don't. But I feel like they're niche.
You have these...
I feel like they're niche feet.
Yes.
You know, they're just so fat.
Fucking so plump. I wouldn't call them fat. I would call them plump.
Okay.
And there's a difference.
Certainly plump.
They're plump.
Yeah.
They're you have little piggies. You know?
Piggies.
Like, that's what they were talking about when they made up that game.
Piggy
That little
definitely
piggy.
went to market.
I wish it would go to market.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't think it's that easy.
Speaking of market, meat market, beef factory. Guess who I had a sex dream about?
Bob from Bob's
Not
Burger.
Not last night, the night before.
Bob's from Bob's Burger.
No.
Hold on, okay, then stop.
You're never, ever, ever, ever going to guess because I have no clue why this man popped in my dream. He is an actor. He's famous.
A famous actor, meat market.
Talk about niche.
Niche.
He's older, but in my dream, it was like circa 2004. He's in one of our favorite movies. At least I think it might be one of your favorite movies. But like top 10. But you might not even know it's your favorite movie, but I think it's your favorite movie.
Fuck, dude, what?
Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, that guy.
Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me.
And it was a hot dream. And I woke up.
I bet he fucks.
Oh, Paul, it was a bathtub thing. It was crazy.
That makes sense.
It was fucking crazy. And I woke up and I was like, Stanley Tucci?
That seems perfect.
Yeah.
That sounds great. I'm not like a sex guy, but like that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, really interesting.
Wow. Well, he's got that look about him.
He's just sexy.
Yeah, I bet he puts it down. I bet he takes his time. I bet it's sensual.
And it was in my dream. That's what it was. Yeah.
He always plays like a kind of gay character.
He's a little effeminate to me.
Yeah, no, he like seems like an older gay man.
Yeah, like he was definitely gay in Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, but then he's not really gay in real life.
No, he's not. He's not gay in real life.
Can't we just have gay actors play? Just kidding. He was great in Devil Wears Prada. I wouldn't really change him out from anything I've seen him in. He was so good.
Yeah, in Devil Wears Prada. Someone's calling me.
Who is it? Your mom? Christine.
Oh, I have to let in my door. Hold on.
On the pod. Amazon? What'd you order? Another
Amazon.
book?
Yes. And I had things to talk to you about. We'll do it later, but we got to talk about the Halloween episode.
Yeah, we do.
I've got major things.
We have to look at the schedule too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's dropping off 2 new books.
2 new books? Yeah. Books. They're spooky.
They are. Uh-huh. Little sparkling orange.
That's orange. Gotta say, our camera angle and lighting last episode.
Yeah.
Bad.
Oh, good.
That's what I wanted to bring up.
That's what I love to hear.
That I look
so even worse.
Sorry. Because I have issues when we watch this back.
Uh-huh.
Like how it's set up now.
What happened?
Well, so the camera was more on this side, facing towards more me and closer.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened.
Okay, I need to see it when we're done.
I'll show you after
I need
this,
to
but
see
like,
it.
I was like importing it, and they're all like episode 1, 2, 3. So like all the thumbnails. I see that, I go, huh?
Oh my god! How much worse could it get? We look like shit.
Not good. I was like, yeah, we don't look like we look a lot better than last time on this. I hope so, because I thought we looked fine when I set it up last time.
I thought so too.
I was like, oh, it's kind of nice. But then I don't know if it's like the lighting
oh my God.
or what, but I feel the need to apologize and like assure the public that we're okay. Like something didn't happen.
Oh no. Like we look ill?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, I think I look washed out and weird.
Oh good.
The angle is not good.
Oh God.
I can't. I feel it.
This light's bright as fuck. I think this might be a little fluorescent. By the way, just saying.
Chill. It's because it's more about like I was trying to balance the shadows because the color was so off on the last one too. It was so yellow that like even adjusting it, it looks weird. It looks off. But whatever.
Yeah.
We're more of an audio medium anyway.
I would hope. Yeah.
But I've like been avoiding editing it because I don't know if I can stand to look at myself.
Oh my God.
And I mean, maybe you'll look at it and you'll think not the same,
okay.
But I doubt it because we always have the same fucking issues and we have the same hangups. Right. So I think we're both gonna just look at that.
Cool.
It's hard to see them next to each other too.
All right.
But whatever.
Speaking of last week's book, did you read chapter 28?
No, but it's
literally
it's been sitting here open.
Paul, it's gonna be sitting there for the next 8 years.
That's all right. That's all right.
I certainly don't need to read it again.
I promise I'll read it by Halloween episode. That's doable.
It is.
It's important to give yourself doable goals.
Yes, small, attainable goals.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can
build momentum.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about this week's book.
Yeah, lights, camera, action.
If you'll remember, behind the scenes, lights, camera, attraction.
Oh, so I've never called it the right thing once.
Nope, you haven't. It's cool, though. Why don't you, before I say anything about this book, why don't you just read the back?
Okay.
And then we'll dive into it.
Okay, that's a weird energy you're bringing to that.
Will. It's
there's something weird.
There is. Yep. There's something going on.
The picture of the author is really funny. No shade.
No, I really love this author. She's got like a bachelor's and a master's in like literature, and she teaches English. So she's an amazing writer. Like the writing was fantastic.
Yeah, and this picture of these little pugs.
Yeah.
That's
She has pugs IRL.
Okay. All right. Business consultant Rose Jostin might not have officially reached pug lady middle-aged, but she's already got the pugs, alone with their little Gucci coats and trash-loving appetites. Still, life is good, with her work, her sisters, and a secret hobby creating incredibly tactile, if surprisingly sexy, mindfulness videos. What? So why does it feel like it's not quite enough? Which is exactly when former filmmaker Ash Stewart enters camera left. And Rose's world suddenly goes full Technicolor. What are these like old video terms from like tape times? Ash never looks at anyone. Not since her ex ripped her heart from her chest in Spielberg-esque style, crushing Ash's reputation, dreams, and directorial career in one brutal blow. But Rose is altogether different. She's curvy, she's beautiful, and she's just so damn put together. And her business expertise might be Ash's best bet for getting her last film and her last chance financed. Now, if they can just keep their attraction under wraps, Ash's lost dreams could finally come true. But are they creating movie magic or setting the stage for disaster? I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. I want you to.
Snorville.
You're not.
That sounds boring as fook to me. I'm so sorry.
You're not far off.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm so sorry because I have to. Let me think about how I want to. In what order should I say what I'm about to say?
It's about to be bad.
I liked this book. I gave it a 3.5 stars.
Okay.
The writer, sweet. She's the author. I mean, she's
This feels like a bless her heart.
No.
Type of moment.
No. She's great. This is not smut, and this is hardly spice.
It's romance.
It's romance.
It's romance, and it does feel.
Which I like romance, but, this is for smut. We're here for smut.
I mean, we could do romance, too, which we are.
So it's a cute book.
Good. This is
It's a cute book, but I give it 3.5 stars, and the spice it's 1. It's a 1 out of 5 on the spice.
Okay.
What I do think you'll like about it is, clearly, this author, knows someone in the industry or something, because it's like very...
Our eyes met across the
Movie.
crafty table, and we fell in love.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a romance.
It's like using a lot of industry terms.
Industry terms.
What's the one?
Industry terms.
Like C47 or something, and it's just a or a clothespin.
What?
I can't remember.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, you have to be like in the industry like me.
Yeah, I'm clearly not. So, for the who'd play her?
Yeah.
For Ash, she's got brown, dark hair, ponytail, shaved on the sides.
Okay.
See the character on the top there?
Yeah.
I'm getting Kristen Stewart from her.
Oh, yeah, I could, yeah.
Yeah, and I Googled pictures of Kristen Stewart. She even has...
a shaved head thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for Rose, the curvy businesswoman, I don't know who would play her. She's tall, just thick, blonde hair. I don't know who would play her.
Heather from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
That's not who I picture.
Okay.
A little less thick.
Ooh. You know she got on Ozempic. You've seen her recently?
I have not.
She's got that tiny body, big old head now.
Oh, no.
Yeah. She has a whole interview
Ozempic
where she's like, I am on Ozempic and I got skinny and now everyone's nice to me, and how can I ever tell my daughters that it doesn't matter when it totally fucking does?
It's so
you know what,
true.
Heather? You're right.
She's right.
It does.
Yeah.
You're right.
In times when I lose weight, it is insane how differently people treat you.
Seriously.
It's crazy.
Your looks dictate how people interact with you in an insane way.
Yep.
Whatever. I'll shut the fuck up. I hear what you're saying. I'll stop suggesting people and things.
Thanks.
And I'll let you move on.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we'll get into it.
Yeah.
We open, if you will, to Rose. She's with her 4 sisters. And she's at kind of in an area, an industrial type area that's been converted. I'm picturing Rhino, the Rhino area of Denver, but an industrial area that's been converted into bars and shit. And she's at a pug crawl. It's where people bring their pugs.
Where's this happening?
This is in Portland, Oregon.
Of course. Okay.
Yep.
100% it is.
Yes. So this is in Portland, Oregon. They're at a pug crawl, her and her 4 sisters. It's her birthday. They got her these cute little Gucci coats for her 2 pugs.
Don't like it.
Yep. And I know you're shaking your leg already.
I said I don't like that. Well, just to me, this just sounds like some fucking shitty producer somewhere who just has a shtick and is awful to work with.
She's not in the industry at all. Ashlyn
she's a businesswoman. That's right.
Yeah, she's a businesswoman.
Well, never mind.
She's a business consultant. So when businesses need help, they're
she comes
failing.
in, she slashes the budget, she's doing layoffs.
Yep.
Oh, I don't like it.
No.
Yeah,
it even says in here. It even says in here that's not her thing.
I bet it is.
Your eyes. I bet it is.
I bet it is.
You're terrifying.
Well, you just can't trust anyone with money. You can't trust the man. You can't trust anyone in power. She's out there playing the game, and she's on the bad side of the game.
No, she's ethical. She even says it. Anyway. So her sisters are just kind of she's 38, by the way.
Oh, old maid.
Old.
Yeah.
Washed
up. Send her out of here.
She's 38, and so her sisters are do you want more? Are you happy? And she's like, what more can I want, man? I make a lot of money. I've got a great job. I've got sisters I love. I've got a house. But she knows she's lonely.
Okay.
She's lonely.
Whatever. Just wait till you're heartbroken.
Whatever. They're just kind of chit-chatting, and then her pugs are off getting into some shit, and she's like,
see, I don't like that.
What are you getting into? And so one pug, she tries to break him up. One pug takes off. The other pug goes into the alley and goes over to a dumpster and runs behind a dumpster. They're off leash.
Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
Well, they're at a pug crawl. The pugs are running around. You don't have them on a leash.
There's nothing worse in the world than when people have pet themed gatherings, because everyone thinks they can just bring their pet, and not every pet is friendly.
Right.
And then now we're just dog fighting.
Now
we're just dog fighting.
So one's run behind a dumpster, right? And she's like, come on, trying to coax it out. And as she's trying to coax out the pug, a woman walks out of one of the businesses there.
Okay.
And Rose looks at her and she's like, oh, that woman is gorgeous. She's a very pretty woman.
Hot,
yeah.
sexy.
And that's Ash. In comes Ash.
Great name. Hot name.
Yep. Ashlyn.
Ash Nico.
There you go. And she's notices Ash is cool. She's like, damn, that bitch is cool.
Yeah. Shaved head.
Yep. Without even trying to be cool.
Yay.
She looks cool. Yep.
Septum pierced? She's on her way to do that right now.
But she does have a tattoo sleeve.
Okay.
And so Ash is like, you all right? Can I help you or whatever? She's like, oh, my stupid dog. I'm just trying to get my dog out from behind this dumpster, you know.
Pugs are a menace.
They are a menace. They're cute, though.
They're cute. Can't breathe.
No, they can't breathe.
Can't breathe.
God, I feel bad for them.
I feel the same as them.
You're just walking around.
Yeah, I have a wheeze. Me going to bed at night is...
Oh, God.
Trains are coming. Whistling. Fall asleep, joint in my mouth.
You can hear, you can like feel it.
Yeah.
Ash, they finally get the dog out from behind the thing and
gross.
Yeah. Now she needs a bath.
Because I'm thinking about like the alleys in Rhino and like trying to get from the dumpsters.
Juice.
So gross. I pee all over those back in the day.
And so does everybody.
So does everybody.
Yep. So they get the dog out. They're just like kind of being cute. And Ash is like, all right, well, see you later. She turns around and Rose notices Ash is walking with a little bit of a limp.
Like an old school pimp, a real OG.
Yes. So now we're kind of getting it from Ash's perspective. Ash Stewart is her name. She's 40 years old.
Oh, God. Ancient. Ancient.
Such a cunt. You are such a twat. Ash works in television.
God bless her.
She is a director.
Ah.
And she once was a really big deal in Hollywood. Like, she was known. I mean, not that long ago. We're talking like maybe 5 years ago. Like, it's not like when she was 20, you know.
5 years ago in Hollywood, though.
I know. Might as well be a million years. Yeah. Irrelevant. Mm-hmm. We kind of learn that something happened. We don't know what it is yet, but when she divorced her wife, her career went in the shitter. She moved to Portland, and now she just does commercials for like local pet stores, politicians.
Dude, that's like very real.
Yeah, but she's really trying to get back in the biz, and she's trying to sell the movie that she wrote called Inevitable Comfort.
Sounds awful.
Does it? Why? Tell me why.
Because what the fuck movie is you're gonna be comfortable? Inevitably. I'm not watching that. She's
trying to sell this film to this billionaire businesswoman named Irene Brentworth.
That's a rich-ass name.
Yeah.
That's a money-ass name.
Old money.
Yeah.
When her career went in the shitter, one of her PAs stuck by her side. Her name's Emma. And so her and Emma live in Portland.
Dude, I had a great PA that I worked with, Emmy.
There you go. Oh,
dude, she's the best.
There you go.
That's a solid PA.
Yep. Well, she's a solid PA.
Dude.
So they're just kind of hanging out in their like warehouse and playing video games, just chilling. Her and Emma.
Fun.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no,
what
Ash
is boss.
they're very cool.
What does she play?
Actually, it does say.
It better say.
Hold on.
Like League of Legends, Fortnite.
DEFCON 6 biofeedback.
That sounds like fake, but that sounds like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Ew.
It does kind of sound like Call of Duty. They get a call. They're playing video games. They get a call from Irene Brentworth's office.
Yeah. Big.
Huge. She's like, oh shit. Oh my God. Pause the fucking game. Call.
Nothing worse. Been there.
She's getting the call.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You got the call.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
She's getting the call.
I had to get off the treadmill, catch my breath, so I could call him back. I said, oh no.
I had to get off the treadmill.
I was just in a meeting. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Sorry. And they say, we need to see a whole pitch deck.
Okay.
We need to see a whole.
Pitch deck.
We need to see a
is
whole
also funny.
Pitch deck.
I don't know. I feel like you would say pitch or deck.
Oh, okay. And then we need a 10-minute proof of concept.
Yep.
Which is like a trailer, if you will,
yes.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's just something to prove that you can do what you're saying.
Okay. So they're freaking out, you know, and they're like, how the fuck? They have given them a 1-month deadline. She's like, in 4 weeks, this is what we need. And they're just like, oh my God, how am I going to do this?
I don't like this book. This is stressing me out.
Oh no, it is.
You have a month to do a whole proof of concept of your movie.
She's freaking
So what are
out.
we? Do we have a budget? Do we have locations? Do we have a script? Actors, crew, insurance?
All of those things.
Releases?
All of those things, Paul.
Okay.
Sorry,
this isn't happening to me.
I'm sorry, this
isn't
this isn't happening to you.
This is a book.
Right, this is a book. It's not happening to you. You're cool.
Okay.
So, but they're freaking out. They're freaking out.
I would fucking freak out.
Yep. This is where we learn that Ash is the director. She's always been a director. Her ex-wife, Victoria, is the one who would worry about all that shit. Her wife was the producer.
Is like her line producer, and she's the director.
Yeah. And so she's
what
like...
What a fucking great combo of a couple.
For sure.
Like, on paper.
On paper. So she's like, how am I going to do this all? You know, Victoria, my ex-wife, is the one who would do all this shit, and I would just have to worry about directing. Emma's like... You need to slow down because you're going to give yourself a heart attack. I'm literally worried that you're going to have a heart attack. So chill out and we'll figure it out, basically, you know?
That's a good PA.
Yeah. She's solid.
That's a solid PA. You promote her. Production coordinator.
There you go. That's what's next.
At least head PA.
Okay. Yeah.
At least head PA.
Later on, Ash is at home, and she's just thinking about everything, and then she's like, oh, you know, that woman I saw in the alley today was kind of intriguing. She was funny. She was cute.
She was fine as fuck.
She was, she was attractive.
She had that fat ass.
Uh-huh. She had a wagon.
Yeah.
And she was like, I haven't really found a woman attractive in a long time. Not since Victoria.
Yeah. That dumpster babe was...
That dumpster babe. Hot.
Hot.
So she's getting ready for bed. She falls asleep to ASMR every night, as people do.
Yeah.
And her favorite ASMR artist is this person called Cherry Covered Apron, who you don't see them. They just show their hands, and they're like...
Oh, I think I know what's happening.
It's obvious. It's obvious.
Yeah.
The ASMR is her, like, being very sensual with fruit or vegetables.
Okay.
It's like words of affirmation ASMR. So it's like, you're did so
pretty.
Well.
This
like,
cucumber feels so good.
Yes. So it's like, sensual, oddly sensual. But she's been watching this ASMR artist for years. Cut to, Rose is in her office next day. Her assistant is like, hey, I got an interesting email from someone, looking for our services. They need help. They need a business consultant.
To consult the movie biz?
And she goes, it's from a woman named Emma for Stewart Productions. And explains that the email explains that her boss just received a call from Irene Brentworth and needs a proof of concept and needs help with putting this like movie together. So Rose, she kind of blows it off. She's like, well, I don't work with directors or anything like that. Like, I wouldn't know what to do. She's like, I'll respond to that email. Don't worry about it. We learn that Rose is a big deal. She's the best in the West at
Pacific
business
Northwest.
Consulting. Yep, west of the Rockies.
Okay.
And she's got huge clients, and she's up for partner of this firm, I guess. And we learn that she's got like a fear of flying because her boss comes in, and her boss is like, oh, you're going to fly out to see your client? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, I'm not. I don't fly anywhere. I don't fly.
What's with everyone being afraid of flying?
I don't know. I mean, I don't like it, if I'm being honest.
I don't love it if I'm like thinking about it too much. But like,
and the older I get, the more I think about it, and the more I'm like freaking myself out about it. I need to chill out.
Well, I have been saying recently,
but she hasn't flown in 18 years. Anyway, keep going.
Well, I've been saying recently, getting a lot of flack for it, that I think I could survive a plane crash. And
I don't think you would.
Not like in the sense that I would survive the crash more than anyone else.
Sure.
Because to me, that's kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Like, that's luck who survives the crash.
Right.
I'm going to assume the position, but, yeah. I'm just saying, once it crashed, I think I would do okay.
After the crash, you're talking,
yeah, like if I make it...
What's that show? Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets style.
I would do fine.
For sure.
I mean, not fine.
I mean, but it's not great. It's not ideal.
It's not great, but, like, I'm not giving up quick.
Not that easy.
No.
God, that would be just once I'd like a little bit of like a survival scenario.
Yeah, for 18 months.
Whoa, okay, that's insane. I was gonna be like for like 7 days.
You can't master.
That's true.
You can't master the land until you've gone through all 4 seasons and a half.
You're right. And
then they come and find you the summer after.
God, we'd be so skinny.
Just like, oh my God, we'd be so skinny and like
Castaway skinny.
Skinny, but probably like if we're doing good. Ideally, we crash in spring.
Yes.
So that we have spring and summer and fall to learn how to hunt.
Yes.
So that when winter comes around, we're just eating jerky and frozen shit.
Yeah, fish jerky.
Yeah, and then they come around, they save us August the next year into summer.
I could see that.
Yeah, that would be fun. It's like summer camp.
God, I would love that. I need a break. Okay, so then we learn Rose's parents died when she was 20, and she basically became the head of her household. She's not the oldest sister. She's the second oldest sister of the 4, but she's so buttoned up. I get Virgo energy from her.
Yeah.
She was studying in college, and she was studying music, but when her parents died, she switched to business. She got the serious job. Her youngest sister, Ty, was 10 years old. So she ended up like raising her sister.
What's with the oldest sister?
She just wasn't doing well with the death. She just wasn't pulling it together.
You know what? I know what it's like to be the second born and be the one that has it fucking together.
See, you get it.
Yeah.
She paid for her college education. She paid for the down payment on her sister's house, all that stuff. She's worried about making partner at her job because she's like, I hate this job. Like, I'm good at it, and now it's like, do I really want to be partner? Because once you're partner, you just know what your life is. Like, it's just boring.
Yeah, but
I mean, you make a lot of money, you know.
But like, do the partners have to work a lot?
I don't think so. It's like, you've made it.
That's what I would think is like, now my name's on the door.
Yes.
So like, I pick and choose what I want to work on.
True.
And I'm gonna take like 7-8 months off a year.
Oh my God,
probably.
yeah.
Like,
yes.
I'm gonna work 3 months.
Tiny bit.
Sprinkled.
Yes.
Throughout.
God, that'd be nice. At 38 too. She's unfulfilled.
Obviously.
Okay. And it's revealed that she's got a secret that no one knows.
Yeah, she's an ASMR artist.
She is. She's cherry covered apron ASMR. And It's
not a big secret.
It's not. She's internally very embarrassed about it because she thinks it's
I get that.
bizarre that she's being sensual with fruits and vegetables and
I could see that.
You know, whispering stuff. So no one knows. Not one of her sisters. She's very close with all of her sisters. No one knows.
What does she like about it?
I think she likes turning herself off and like being this.
Sounds like she's turning herself on.
Yes, and being this thing that is just so drastically different from her normal life.
Yeah.
She's kind of always thought, like, what if I quit my job and just did this for real and like monetize these videos and blah 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 blah, but I'm never gonna do it. And so later that night she makes a video with like peeling a bunch of apples. It's very slow and sensual. And then after that she realizes, oh shit, I was supposed to email back that girl Emma and decline.
Oh, because she said she was going to email her back. I thought she was telling her assistant to do it.
No.
Okay.
No, she was going to email back Emma and be like, hey, thanks for reaching out, but I don't do movie consulting or whatever.
Yeah, you should probably reach out to a line producer.
Yes. Not a business consultant.
No,
anyway.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, let me just look up Stewart Productions. Let me just look at what this is.
Oh, no.
Looks at it and she's like, oh my God.
She's going to see the headshot.
That's Ash. That is the woman from the alley who helped me get.
Now she's in.
Uh-huh. Yep. So she emails and she says, all right, I'll give you a 1-hour consultation.
I really don't know what a 1-hour consultation with a business consultant would do for a movie.
You're about to find out.
Okay.
Next morning, Ash and Emma are in their warehouse. In walks Rose, and Ash is just like, what? How?
The vixen.
Yes. What are you doing here? And so Emma kind of explains everything to both of them, what's going on. And so Rose is like, well, tell me about this movie. What is it? Mm-hmm. It is a queer love story, romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Where a lesbian.
Okay.
Where, okay.
Obvious.
Where a forest firefighter. Lesbian.
Wow.
Who's like disabled, like got hurt on the job or whatever, meets a park ranger. Lesbian.
Dude, match made in heaven.
I know, right?
Are you kidding me?
Right. And so the tagline is Bridget Jones's Diary meets A River Runs Through It, but with lesbians. I have never seen A River Runs Through It.
Me neither.
Don't even know what it is.
Nope,
have
me neither.
Not a single clue.
Nope,
but
I was going to fake my way through this like I did if you did.
But I do love Bridget Jones's Diary, so.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think, it's not for you.
No, I think I've only seen bits and pieces on TBS.
Yeah, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Rose is like, I'm going to help you guys. I want to do this because she's so intrigued by Ash. And she's like, also, I don't normally do this.
Yeah, I
don't work on contingencies, but you don't have to pay me unless you guys get this project.
Okay.
So she's doing this pro bono.
Pro boner.
Uh-huh. Meanwhile, Ash is getting comfortable vibes from Rose. She's like, I like this woman's voice.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Something's oddly familiar. Why am I getting so sleepy when you talk?
Rose does some further digging on Ash and finds out about her divorce and that it was like kind of highly publicized, that she hasn't been doing great since the divorce. And then she does some research on Irene Brentworth, obviously, the, billionaire, to see what she's getting into. Rose goes to her sister's house. They have like a weekly dinner or whatever.
Right, family.
And she tells them about this new role she's doing and about Ash. And they're like, ooh, who's this woman?
Yeah. Well, because I would be like, something's up that you're working on a movie. What's the
for sure?
What's the thing?
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's exactly what happens. So, her younger sister Ty, especially, she's also gay, is just like.
I was gonna say, out of 4 of them.
Yep, at least 2.
There's got to be at least 1.5.
Yes, totally. So she's just giving her shit. So now we've got our first meeting between Ash and Rose, and we learn that something has happened to Ash. Like, there was an accident. Her legs been fused with titanium and was like fucked up super bad.
Whoa.
And you know how we learn it? It's because it's Portland and it rains all the time. And so...
Oh, my aching tentacles.
Yep,
yeah.
totally. Well, she is 40. That's not a funny
Full
joke.
of metal.
Okay, so...
Are you worried Christine's going to be mad at you?
Well, I mean, we are going to be 40.
Yeah, we are going to be 40.
Not
Can't fight
too
it.
far away.
Oh, my God. 8 years is forever right now.
I don't think it is. We're hurtling towards 40.
Well, yeah. We've been hurtling towards every age we've ever had.
That's true. You're not wrong. Ash gives Rose a rundown of, like, what the movie is going to be. What her vision is, what she wants it to be.
Yeah.
And we get a glimpse of, like, a fern sex scene. And we're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. Nice details in the ferns, Rose said. Ash hazarded a glance at her. Rose seemed to be holding back a smile, like she knew Ash was blushing and was trying not to look amused. Emma warned me about the ferns, Rose said. Ash frowned. It was in the trigger warning. So we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, ferns. What are you going to do with ferns? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't really get that.
It comes-
Plants?
Yeah, like plants. Like a fern. Yeah.
Maybe that's like a lesbian thing we don't get.
It could be.
Okay.
They go out for coffee. Flirting hard.
Portland's got great coffee.
They
You
must.
know? They've
yeah.
got great coffee. Many shops.
They're flirting out, after getting coffee, and they're standing under this street lamp, and it turns on above them. Oh. That's good luck. If,
Yeah, I do know that.
If the street lamp turns off when you go under it,
That's bad luck.
That's
bad luck. Go home that night. That's what that means. Go home.
Go home that night. I just wanted to read you this so you can see how romantic it is. Rose's voice sent shivers down Ash's back. Obviously. They were standing.
Back shots.
They were standing close. The tingle that suffused Ash's body told her what it would be like to hear Rose whisper endearments while tracing her fingers across Ash's body. She wanted to hold on to the moment. When was the last time she'd wanted a woman? She'd lost that part of herself, desire, and this silly glow of affection. But Rose had such beautiful skin and perfect curves and a lovely smile. She wanted Rose, and she thought she'd lost the ability to feel that. She wanted to tell Rose that Rose had given her a gift, even though nothing would happen between them. Rose so obviously had her shit together, and it would be so silly for Rose to sign on with damaged goods like Ash. But just wanting Rose was special.
Listen.
Tell me.
Be damaged.
Yeah. Right.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Show up, be damaged, let them know.
Girl, everybody's damaged.
Everybody's damaged.
I don't know anybody that's ain't damaged.
Not a single anyone. So,
Yep.
get some.
Get some.
Get some. Get some.
Yeah. Rose goes home that night and reads the script. She loves it. She cries. She thinks it's great. It's funny. Blah, blah, blah. She goes to yoga.
Portland.
Yep. And can't stop fantasizing about Ash. And she's like starting to crush really fucking hard. Next day, they go to scout a location together. Because everything's got to move fast, man. We got 4 weeks.
You're telling me you literally could not get the insurance and everything worked out in time for this in 4
Well, they're not worried
weeks.
about insurance right now because they're not hiring crew. They're going to make it them fucking selves. They're just doing it themselves. For the
Okay.
Because
So it's
we're not filming the
okay.
movie. We're just filming a few scenes to
What do you
put
think it
together.
takes to do a proof of concept? Are you kidding me? We spent $60,000 on the proof of concept we made.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Did you have insurance?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to have a fucking umbrella policy and shit
Oh my god.
to cover everything.
Oh my god.
Everything. You know.
What was your umbrella limit?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't have to get the insurance this time. But I've had to submit shit and be like, $1 million fucking thing.
Okay, so they get scouting this location. It's a Japanese garden, botanical garden.
So who's going to act in it?
They've got to find someone. You'll see. Hold on. And they're like, this kind of feels like a first date for us. They just feel like they're they both clearly have a vibe. They're both clearly into each other. And now they're scouting this beautiful Japanese garden,
Oh, I bet it's lovely, though.
Oh, it's lovely. And they keep, they're
koi
talking.
Fish.
Koi.
Out of control.
Too, I think.
Probably, sure.
And they just, they'll stop and they'll look at each other while they're talking.
Yeah.
And the vibes are on the next level. And Ash says in her wildest dreams, she would pitch the movie to Brentworth because she's this old school film billionaire.
Yeah.
In some sort of vintage theater and really put on a show for her so that she buys into this movie. And Rose is like, all right. I mean, I like that idea. Let's see what we can do.
Rose has money, right?
Rose has a bunch of money. She's rich.
Okay.
She's super rich. And Ash isn't doing bad. She's not dirt poor.
Yeah, but she doesn't have self-funded money.
No, she doesn't. Meanwhile, okay, so they're leaving the botanic gardens, And we get something from Ash's perspective where she talks about the car accident that she was in, which is what caused her leg to be all fucked up. Okay, so they go back to the studio, and she's like, I'm painting this piece of the set.
Yeah.
And so they start painting together, and Ash is watching her with her strokes.
Paint on your nose.
Oh,
paint fight.
Paint fight.
Oh my goodness, fucking Folgers commercial.
I know. And Rose is like, they're opening up to each other. You know, Rose is opening up about how unfulfilled she is, and she's jealous of her sisters, and she's kind of jealous of Ash because it seems like all these people are doing what they're passionate about.
Well, try getting on the other side and being the starving artist, all right? It's not so good.
It's not that glamorous.
Yeah. Oh, it's a whimsy and cool. Well, you have healthcare, so.
True. Meanwhile, Ash is still like getting caught up in Rose's voice and how sensual it is, and she's watching her paint. She's just enthralled.
But she doesn't like put it together.
No.
Because I guess she doesn't use her ASMR voice like
right,
when talking.
Like whispers or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Ash is like, let's go to a party together.
Let's get lit.
And so,
let's go to a poetry slam.
Right. She's like, it's an artist co-op, so there might be burlesque.
Yeah. Ooh.
And Rosa says something cheeky like, oh, will there be ferns there? And, you know, call back to
your garden.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Ash is like, oh my God, this bitch is flirting with me hard. So later that night, Ash like meets Rose like at the bottom of the stairs coming to this party, and she's looking all sultry and sexy. And later that night they're outside. Ash is outside the party.
Yeah.
Waiting for Rose. And Rose kind of makes a move on Ash. Rose leaned in, her heart sang and her body tingled, but she felt perfectly calm. She kissed Ash's cheek.
Ooh. You know what?
That's about as spicy as it
This
gets.
is not spicy at all.
Oh, well,
this is about a glass of whole milk. That's how spicy this is.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
All right, so they're walking around this party, right? And like Ash is friends with fucking everybody. They're all artists. They see this woman that Ash knows. They talk to her, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, you know, we need some actresses for a project we're working on. So if you know anybody, shoot me some information."
You know, I bet that this artist does know some people in Portland that act.
She does. There's a pottery woman throwing pottery.
Yeah. Obviously.
On a wheel. And so we get like a ghost scene with Rose and Ash. But I'm sorry to put you through this.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry. I mean no disrespect
to
the women that love women.
I know, but I understand that gays and lesbians
no, we're fine.
have no common ground.
We just definitely diverge in a lot of ways, and one of them is definitely this.
I really was kind of bummed out, you know?
Yeah, this is... I feel like when I think of...
I need you to entertain me, Paul, I'm
trying. I'm doing it. Listen, it's just like... When I was thinking lesbian book, I'm very aware now that we're into this, that I was thinking lesbian from like a straight male gaze on lesbian, which is just, you know...
No, an actual lesbian wrote this book.
But an actual lesbian, it's like, we got to know each other on an emotional level and developed real feelings, and then we made love and moved in together immediately. So it's fine. Yeah. I'm not here. I'm not here to start any trouble with the lesbians.
No.
I like to consider myself an ambassador of sorts, though I have a history of pissing off a lesbian or two.
You do.
Not on purpose.
No, of course not.
Not on purpose. Sometimes we speak different languages.
Yep, you certainly do, man.
So it is just, you know.
This is amazing.
I'm just feeling... Nope, can't say that.
Okay.
I'm feeling like a researcher, you know.
Okay.
Like, I'm not exactly here getting entertained.
No.
But I'm just studying the other side.
Yep.
I say, look at their mating habits.
There you go.
Look what they, like, you know.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. But I'm trying to be funny.
I'm really
It's
leaning
hard to
on
laugh when no one's, like,
being funny.
having sex.
I know. Because really, it was just like, it was a cute story.
Yeah, I mean, I just sounds
But I would have never chosen this. You know, I thought it was going to be smutty. You know?
And the behind the scenes made me, I was like, oh, yeah.
Me too.
Like, this is going to be...
Me too.
Bad on set.
Yes, bad on set. That's what I was hoping for. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so after the party, they walk out to the parking lot, and they just, thrown this pot together. Like, she was sitting behind her. So they're like hot and bothered. And we get a kiss. Here. They kiss each other.
I'm just trying not to get in trouble.
Just say it.
I'm just like fucking pussy-shaped vase. Like, what?
Like a Georgia O'Keeffe type. Yeah. And Rose, she's the initiator of this. She's like, come back to my place, please.
Well, it seems like she's going to have to be the initiator because Ash is so damaged that she's like,
so
I'm
damaged,
not
she's never
going
gonna
to do this.
Exactly.
Who was behind who during the pottery
Ash
throw?
was behind Rose. Yep.
Okay.
So she's the top.
Yeah.
And we learned that, like, Ash has not... Something happened to her. She was super depressed after her car accident, got a divorce, and then she hasn't been able to, like, orgasm or whatever since then. It's like a mental block.
Yeah. Closed for business.
Closed for business, for sure. So Ash is like, no, I'm not going to go back to your place. Sorry. And then she tries to, like, change the subject because she can see that Rose is hurt. She's feeling rejected.
Well, yeah.
And Ash is like... I want to film the fern scene, and I think I want to do that in Vancouver. Will you fly up there with me, and we can go camping? We can be alone.
Like, we got fly place money?
Well, they're just going to book a flight.
So.
But then Rose is like, no. She freaks out. She's like, no,
I'm
not going to fly up there. She doesn't fly.
I forgot.
And so Asher's like, all right, that's cool. You don't have to. She's like, you have a good time, whatever. It's been 2 days. They have not spoken since the kiss because, Rose was feeling a little rejected. She wasn't going to fly up to Vancouver with Ash.
Basically, this is a breakup. 2 days in lesbian world and you guys haven't spoken?
Over.
It's over. She doesn't love you anymore. She's moved on.
Rose has tracked down a couple people who have worked with Brentworth before, or like pitched to Brentworth before. And so she calls this guy and he's like, ooh, you're working with Ash Stewart? Not a good idea. Did you not hear about the debacle that fucking happened with her and her ex-wife? He's like, Irene Brentworth won't touch her with a 10-foot pole, so good fucking luck pitching to her.
What'd she do?
And so Rose is like, what the fuck? This can't be real. I know Ash better than that.
You can do some shit in that world and still get hired.
For sure.
You can do some shit. Yeah, dude.
Jesus. I mean, case in point, And then she speaks to one other person who says the same thing. And the other person she talks to says, well, just don't cross her because you're screwed if you do.
It's going to Alec Baldwin her. Sorry, I'm cutting that out.
Yeah, killer. So Rose kind of confronts Ash and is like, hey, I can do image management, PR, but I need to know, what is the scandal?
How bad?
What happened 5 years ago? Why are you up here? What went down? I need to know what went down. Ash doesn't want to relive the accident and rehash the stuff with her ex, so she's like, you gotta go. I'm not gonna talk about this with you. Drama. She's like being dramatic. It's like, just tell her, dude.
It seemed like you can't.
Well, and I can tell you because it really doesn't matter. She got in a car accident, got all fucked up, and like had to go to therapy, and they were working on a movie, and Ash like could not walk, and her wife basically was like, you're useless to me now. Like, you
can't walk,
can't do anything. You can't direct this movie. We can't have sex anymore because you have this mental block. And her wife was a twat, basically.
Yeah, that sounds horrendous.
Yeah, it was.
So I'm still waiting for why is Ash the one with a bad name?
Because the wife kind of went around town and let this rumor go that Ash quit this project mid-project. They were filming a movie.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
She just spread rumors about her that she, dipped out?
Dipped out. The movie became a fucking disaster.
And that's the scandal that everyone's talking about?
Yeah, that's the scandal.
All right. It's a book.
It's not scandalous.
No, that's not scandalous. Like, that kind of shit happens all the time. People, like, leaving projects, and then you get hired.
Mm-hmm. Later that night, Rose is at home, and she gets a call from someone. It's, like, midnight, and it's a woman, and the woman is like, what are you doing going around town trying to dig up dirt on Ash Stewart? What the fuck's that about? And she's like, why? And she's like, what? You're trying to dig up dirt on her so she can't get Irene Brentworth to back this movie? And Rose is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Who is this, fucking Emma?
It's a friend of Ash's.
Okay.
I guess she found out that she talked to those two people that pitched to...
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And then was just calling to be like, stop asking about my friend?
Well, Rose is like, I think you have the wrong idea. I was just trying to get information on Irene Brentworth so that we know how to pitch to her. We know what she doesn't want to see.
Yeah.
We know what, you know what I'm saying? And the woman on the phone is like, well, do you know what happened to Ash? And then she tells her the whole story about the accident, how Victoria, her ex, treated her like shit.
I'm sorry. This is some fucking lesbian drama nonsense that I would not buy into.
Yeah.
So sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
No, I do.
Okay.
Because I would not be having any of it. I'm like, what are we These are tiny, tiny things.
I know.
All of this are small things.
I know.
This would not ruin your career.
No.
You wouldn't be kicked out of Hollywood to do corporate videos because you got in a car accident and had to leave a project.
Right. Your face.
I'm just like, I've known people that like left projects that I was working on because they ended up being an alcoholic and they found them drunk in the van. Has a job right now. Like,
totally.
Yeah. So I'm just like, this isn't a scandal, and we all talk about that.
For
so like,
sure. That's amazing.
This is.
I know. So she runs back to Ash the next day, and they have a moment where Ash is like, just breaking down, crying, and is like, yes, this is what happened with the divorce, blah, 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 blah. They're getting intimate. They're, like, sharing all these life details, whatever. And Ash is like, anyway, the Vancouver thing fell through. We're not going to shoot in Vancouver. So we're going to film this fern scene somewhere closer.
In your front yard.
In your front yard. And so it's a few days later, it's time to film the fern scene. That woman had a couple friends. They're a real life lesbian couple.
Yep.
They're going to film this lesbian sex scene with ferns. And they're going to, like,
really not getting the fern thing.
Me
I'm really
neither.
not getting how the
Someone
fern. When I like in my head trying to make sense of like fern lesbian sex.
Yeah.
I just think pubes.
Huh, okay.
I'm just like, is this a pube thing?
She said that, you know, when ferns are like unfurling, they're like fiddle. What are those things? What are they called? They unwind. Oh my
Dude.
God, I'm not doing well. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Paul. Can I just say something? And
Yeah.
obviously you can take this out. It's just, it's hard for me because you remember when you said Snorville?
Yeah, it is Snorville.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It is Snorville.
It's fine. I mean, whatever. We have gone so many places that we were going to get to boring, I guess.
Yep.
Eventually.
Yeah, it certainly is like a 180 from last week.
Yeah, exactly. That is what I was just thinking too. Is like we went from like where it was so over the top into the darkness that I was just like, bye.
Right.
Can't get out of here.
And now this one.
And now we're like, this is just a story that someone is telling their mom.
It's time to film the fern scene, and Ash calls Rose in a panic at like 6 a.m, and she's like, the shotgun mic is broken and now they're fucked and we have no time to rent a new mic. Like, what are we going to do? Like, we only have this location to film this scene just today. And I want to do it at sunrise, and like, I'm wasting, like, I need a microphone.
All right, well, we're going to do it at sunset and do movie magic.
Yeah.
And take the whole day to find a fucking single mic.
What's a shotgun mic?
That's the, like, one you put over,
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yep, I do know. And Rose,
I think so.
Rose is like, well, I have a top of the line. She's thinking this. She doesn't say that. She's like, I've
because
got a
of her.
top of the line shotgun mic that I use for my ASMR videos. But if I show up with that, people are going to be like, why do you have this mic? This is so weird. Anyway, she ends up bringing the mic to Ash.
No one's going to say, why do you have this mic? That's so weird. They're going to just be like, oh my God, you saved the day. Maybe at some point someone's like, oh, like, why did you have that? And you just go, oh, sometimes I record audio stuff.
Yeah, totally. So they film the scene. Everything goes well. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
The whole crew go to Ash's house for pizza after...
Wrap party,
exactly. And they eventually all take off, and it's just Ash and Rose.
And some leftover pizza.
Yep. And they're talking about how it looks like a frat house, like there's no furniture. She's like, did you just move in? She's like, yeah, like 5 years ago. And Rose is like, that's so funny. You know, everything in my house is like beige because I didn't know how to decorate it, so I just ordered everything out of Pottery Barn catalog. Blah, 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 blah. I love it when you do the head thing. I don't know why it makes me laugh so hard.
Oh, I'm just trying to feel something.
I know, which is hard to do in this book.
Yeah, this book is boring.
It's not going to make you feel
It's not going to make you feel. You're not aroused. You're not invested.
Mm-mm. And, like, nothing happens. Like, you know, perfect opportunity for y'all to have a little fuck fest.
Yeah, at least a makeout.
At least a makeout sesh, you know? Jesus.
I'd like to know why the two gay homosexual books we have done have had the least fucking spice. It's
Dude,
the slowest burns.
I know. Well, then this isn't even a slow burn.
This is a no burn.
This is a no
This
burn.
is ice.
This is ice, man. A couple days later, Ash is coming back from Tacoma, Washington, back down to...
Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA.
Oh, that's the song that you thought of.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay. Wouldn't have thought that because it doesn't mention Tacoma at all.
All the way to Tacoma.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All
Philadelphia,
right, I'm an
Atlanta,
idiot.
LA.
Fuck me then. Sorry,
Yeah.
dude.
God damn it.
Paul,
In my own home.
in your own home. I
In my
know.
own home.
I know. She had to pick up a steady cam
Yeah.
up in Tacoma. And so she's driving.
Because that's the only place to get them in Portland.
Sure.
A hub of production. But whatever.
She's driving down the road and she's just like, thinking about Rose and blah, blah, blah. And a truck full of scrap metal.
Final Destination. Ooh, it's getting good.
now you're like,
Oh, she dies? Ooh, it's getting good.
it comes down in front of her. She's noticing. She's like, I'm not even freaked out. Like I'm doing like
I want to die.
because she had to really get over her fear of driving and like take driving lessons again after her car accident because her car accident was so fucking gnarly. Then all of a sudden, scrap metal falls off the car, and she in her head she's imagining veering off. Rolling, she's like,
Yeah.
feels like she's dying, and in that moment, she's like, I can't fucking die without letting Rose know
I'll
that
never see Rose again.
I want something. Like, Rose was the last thing she was thinking about before she was about to die. So she drives a Tesla, by the way, and so it's like super, technology. So she, in the moment, is like text Rose and says like, what did she say? She said, I wanted more.
I can't with this book. Like when you meet someone and they're like, this is the hardest thing that's ever happened to me. And it's like, not a hard thing
True.
at all.
Yeah, I
like,
do.
That's what this makes me feel like. People that, I mean, despite this car accident, it just seems like she freaks out about, I don't know. Everything.
Yeah.
Going too crazy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Scrap metal fell out, so I'm screaming to my electric car my last words to send to the girl that I never said I loved.
Yeah, exactly.
On my way to Tacoma.
Exactly. Well, on the way back from Tacoma.
Back.
Yeah. Anyway, so she sends a text message that says, I want more. And then she, like, opens her eyes and she sees that she's just on the side of the road. Her instincts took over. She has not rolled her car. Her instincts took over. She's just on the side of the road. Like, her car's fucked.
She closed her eyes?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
That's not what you should do when you get in a car accident.
If you see scrap metal fly off of something and you're driving, you should clock them, track them.
Well, it hit her car and her tire went flat and she thought she was rolling. She was re-traumatized, Paul.
Well, let's move on.
Okay. I'm fine with that. And so then she's like, oh, fuck, I'm fine. I got to try and, like, unsend this text message.
Tesla, unsend.
Recall. Rose calls her immediately. And she's like, oh, my God, I butt dialed you. I'm sorry. She's like, you didn't butt dial me. You said my name. Rose, I wanted more. Like, you didn't butt dial me.
I wanted more money for the microphone. Are you kidding me?
There you go. That would have been such a sweet save.
Easy lie.
I'm sorry, I'm rattled. I just got in a car accident. Or my tire's flat. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. And Rose is like, stay put. I'm going to send a tow truck to you. I'm going to call like a local hotel. You can stay there for the night. They'll have,
Yeah, I'll have a helicopter fly out,
exactly.
Pick you up, airlift you to the hotel, bring you some vegan sushi.
Yes.
Like, it's fine.
She goes in full problem-solving mode. As Rose is hearing about Ash's accident, and Rose is like, oh my God, I could have lost her. You know what I'm saying?
These dramatic ass fucking lesbians, dude.
She's like, I could have lost
lost her tire's flat. I could have lost her.
Stop it, Paul. She's thinking back to her parents' death, and when she lost her parents, come to find out her dad was a pilot. They died in a plane crash.
Hence the plane thing.
Yep. So Rose goes to talk to Ty about Ash and is like, I really want to drive up to the hotel that I put her up in and just like make sure she's okay. And Ty's like, well, she is okay, so I don't think you need to do that. Yeah, that's what I say. And she's like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. But when she gets up there, after like a 2-hour drive, she's like, all right, maybe it is crazy that I came up here. put
It's
her
a
up
grand gesture.
It is a grand gesture.
It means that you're down to clown.
Exactly. She's like, all right, I'm just going to go in the hotel, go pee, and then I'm going to drive back home. Like, I know Ash is fine. And so she goes pee in the hotel bar.
Well, you know, that's a hot
bathroom.
traveling tip. Hotel lobbies always have public restrooms.
Yep.
We've used that many times.
Yep. And as she's coming out of the bathroom, Ash sees her, and Ash is like, what are you
It's
doing
weirder to show up and not say something and get caught than to just have shown up and been like, I came to check on you.
Yeah. I want to make sure
Which
you're
is all
okay.
you had to say.
Exactly. And she's like, oh, I just, wanted to make sure you were okay, whatever. And she's like, well, let's get a drink now that you're here. And she's sitting at the table, and she's editing the Fern scene.
Yeah. Oh, so smut porn.
Smut porn.
At the bar.
At the bar. And Ash is like, here, let me show you what I've done so far. And Rose is like, I really like it. She's like, but there's something about it that's just not right. She's like, what if you did this and this and this and this and this with the sound? And like, edited the sound all amazingly perfect because she's an ASMR artist.
This is so funny. An audio engineer and an editor fall in love over a lesbian sex scene.
Well, Ash is like, how the fuck do you know how to do any of this and work this software? Like,
yeah, it's not easy.
She's like, in a past life, whatever, They eat dinner, and they've been talking. They're just loving it. They're loving each other's company. And Ash is like, why don't you stay the night? Get your own room. I'm not saying that you sleep in my room, but why don't you stay the night? You don't need to drive 2 hours back. It's already late as hell.
Why wouldn't she take her with her if she drove back too?
True. Lo and behold, the hotel is out of rooms for that night.
Oh no.
So they have to stay in the same room.
Mm-hmm. One bed?
One bed. Yep. Ash was like, all right, well, I'm going to take a shower. You kind of chill out. By the way, they have no clothes.
I was going to say, this was a surprise thing.
For both of them. So I'm like, you're going to sleep in your fucking jeans and shit?
No.
What a nightmare.
They're going to sleep in the nude.
Anyway, Ash admits to Rose they're, laying in bed. And, again, nothing fucking happens. Nothing fucking
laying
happens.
in bed, she's twirling her hair, stroking her face.
That is what's happening, Paul. And Ash admits to Rose that she wants... She's like, I want to make out. I want to make out sex, but I'm just not ready for sex. I
want to make out, but if we could maybe, build up to it in the next couple months.
Yeah. God. So they make out, whatever. The next day, Rose is back at work, and her boss is, calling her in and does say, we would like for you to be partner.
Great.
And
congrats.
Your buy-in for profit sharing is $50,000. And
so she has to pay $50,000? Mm-hmm. That's nothing to her, though.
No. She has that in her checking account.
Yeah. Ooh.
Could you imagine?
No.
She goes to her sister's house and tells them, A, I got off her partner, and B, I totally fucking made out.
Make out. The more exciting info.
Yep. All right. We're almost there.
To the end or to the sex?
To the end.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. Nothing has happened.
Chapter 35. Yeah.
Well, this will be a nice one to edit.
This is where we're at.
This will be a nice one to edit.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
It will be.
This will be our first 20-minute episode.
This is where we're going to lose all our viewers, though, because this book is so fucking boring. What even are these notes?
You took them.
Okay, Angela, that was irrelevant. You really didn't need to write that down.
Can you just be kinder to yourself?
Don't talk about my friend that way.
Don't talk about my friend that way.
Okay, so the woman from the call.
Yeah.
The midnight mystery call.
Oh, the midnight caller.
Was... come to find out Ash's friend Mia, not friend, I would say old work acquaintance.
Okay.
Friendly.
Yeah,
they were friends.
Work friend.
But they haven't been in the last 5 years.
Well, because she got in a car accident, she quit that project,
exactly.
And now she's just toxic. We can't talk to her.
Exactly. Rose speaks with Mia. She realizes that Mia's since become a real estate agent. And she is like, hey, we're looking for some sort of a theater down in LA that we could use or whatever. And Mia's like, you know what? I think I've got just the place.
The pipeline from production worker to real estate agent is very real.
Is it really?
Yeah, I've seen a couple people do that recently.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Pipeline.
Yeah.
That transition. The thing is if they're going to look at this theater and they're going to do this, it's in LA. And that is a 15-hour drive. And she's like, we can't afford to be driving 15 hours. We're getting close to their deadline.
Yeah.
Rose is going to have to fucking fly down there.
Or she doesn't get to come, and that's no big deal because you don't need to be there to scout a location.
Right, you're a business
consultant.
Exactly. And meanwhile, she's also working on her business consulting over on this side.
She's a partner.
Yeah, Ash is like, will you please go? Ash knows nothing about her fear of flying or how her parents died or that her parents are dead. Actually, no, I think she does know her parents
I was
are
going
dead.
to say, and all that
Yeah.
pillow talk, we didn't talk
Yeah,
about
she
that.
knows her parents are dead. She doesn't know that it's a plane,
Yeah.
Rose decides within herself, fuck it, I'm going to get on a plane for this woman.
It has to start on the inside.
Yep, it does. So she's trying not to have a heart attack the day that they are going to fly. And her sisters are like texting her, trying to keep her calm, distracted, whatever.
Take a Xanax or something.
Literally, in here, she was like, man, I wish I would have taken Ty up on an Ativan offer, So she gets on the plane. She's like, doing all right, Ash can tell that she's tense and that she's like freaked out. And so Ash kind of just like holds her hand and talks to her and tries to distract her. And they make it to LA and they're fine. Boom. That's that.
What a shocking turn of events. It actually would have been dope if this turned into the plane goes down and then they have to live in the woods to get rescued and that's where they fall in love.
That would be cool.
That's a fucking
that's a
book.
romance novel.
That's a great romance novel.
Okay, so they meet Mia at the theater. It's awesome. But Mia's being very touchy-feely with Ash, and so Rose is getting a little jealous. Rose is like, did they used to date? What is the vibe here? They seem to be speaking in like inside joke. So she's like, all right, I feel like a third wheel here. So
well, calm down. Sorry, you met someone that knows someone.
Yes,
like, Jesus Christ.
Sure. So she takes off. Rose takes off, goes back to the hotel that they're staying at. And
Heartbroken.
Mia and whatever, Ash.
Have a quickie. Not in this book.
Not in this book. Catch up, and Mia's like, I like her for you. And Ash is like, I do too.
Great.
And Mia's like, come back to LA, man. Like, come back to what you used to do. I don't know why you took off. She says, how about you come back later tonight? They're holding some sort of burlesque show at this theater. And
they love burlesque in this.
They do, well, lesbians love burlesque.
Lesbians love burlesque.
Ash is like, okay, yeah, we'll come back. And she tells Rose, and Rose is like, well, I need something to wear. So she goes and buys this really pretty dress. She's getting all dolled up. And they head to the burlesque show that night. And the MC is like, I need couples to come up on the stage, blah, blah, blah. Ends up picking Ash and Rose, and they go up on stage.
But they're not a couple.
And so it's one of those, like, guess your partner, like, what would your partner do in this thing? And they get every question right about each other.
Newlywed game.
Newlywed game. Exactly. Yeah. That's what it is. So they win. The prize is a stay in a luxury-ass hotel suite that night.
Oh, my goodness. Tonight and tonight only.
Tonight only. They're like, ooh, this is exciting. So they go to this fancy-ass, swanky-ass hotel, and they're kind of like lying in bed, and Rose is like, we don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Yeah. We don't have to do anything you're not ready for. Ash, we kind of get a perspective of why she is so reserved. Her leg is, like, fucked up.
Oh, mangled.
With scars, and it's mangled. And she's like, I don't want Rose to see this. I still have this problem.
Sure. I get it.
Vagina problem or whatever.
Well, I don't get that, but
Ash is like, yeah, still not ready, but I'd like to do something for you. And so this is when we get a first spice scene. Do you see what page that is?
The end of the book. It's the epilogue. The epilogue is the sex scene in this book.
Literally. So she goes down on Rose, and I swear to God,
Hello,
it's
princess.
One paragraph. Normally,
then
in
they
my
have
smut
sex.
books, dude,
it's chapters.
It'll be like a 3 in a row chapter bang sesh, and you're like, this is amazing. And this is nothing. It's like literally a paragraph.
It's like, are they not even into chicks or something? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. So she goes down on her. They call her vagina her sex.
Why?
I don't know.
We calling? Okay.
Oh, and you know what, Paul? One word that should never, ever, ever be fucking used, and I've heard it used over and over again for a woman's vagina. Like, talking about...
Is it flower?
No.
Oh.
Folds.
What? What? We're out here calling her folds? That's not at all what I think that is.
And you know what they're talking about, right?
They're vagina folds. The folds in the vagina.
Yeah. It'd be the labia.
Oh yeah, I was like a bunch of words I don't want to say. Meat curtains.
So she's like she's
the roast beef.
Pawing at her folds.
Pawing at her folds.
It's like not good. Yeah, she goes down on her, and Rose has a big old O, and then they go to bed, and that's that. The next day, they go to another botanic garden down in L.A.
Oh my god, dude! Lesbians.
You're such a fucking weirdo.
Well, it's just, I don't want to add to the war.
No.
We should be uniting right now.
Exactly.
And I have put my foot in my mouth so many times.
Well, if there's anything you're really good at, it's putting your foot in your mouth. Me too, though.
Yeah.
So at the Botanic Gardens, they're just, they're close to each other, and Rose opens up about her parents dying in a plane crash, and Ash is like, "Oh my god, I feel like a dickhead. Like, I'm so sorry
that I made you get on that plane.
I made you get on the plane.
But now you're in this beautiful garden, and she got over it.
And we're here, and everything went well, and I went down on you.
It was her choice.
Night.
Yeah.
They fly back to Portland. Everything goes fine. Rose is like, "Come over to my sisters. Why don't you? It's time for you to meet my sisters. We're 3 weeks in."
Yeah. I'm saying I can't go to your sister's house because we have to have a proof of concept done in a week. Yep. And as far as I can tell, we filmed one scene.
Yeah. She goes to her sister's house. They have dinner. All of her sisters love Ash, obviously, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the night, Rose is like, "Please come back to my place tonight."
Yeah, let me get a look at that leg.
They go back to her place, and they, take the pugs for a walk, and it's, super cutesy. They get naked, and, she sees her leg, and she's like, "Oh, Ash."
Oh, honey.
Literally. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Ouchie.
She's, kissing her scars and, being very...
But does she like that or hate that?
Ash loves that because Victoria, her ex-wife, was, disgusted
Well, yeah,
by
but
her.
that's Victoria's baggage, bro.
I know, Victoria was a bitch.
Yeah, you're clearly a bitch.
Right. So
sometimes when someone's clearly a bitch, what they do doesn't matter to me because they're clearly a bitch.
Yeah. So what happens is Ash goes down on Rose again.
Okay.
Again, it's not very spicy. I was like, can we not get at least a couple pages?
Yeah, can you tell me a moan, a groan, a happy?
Well, she did put "Oh, yes."
Oh, yes.
Right there kind of a thing.
I get harder.
Yeah.
I just would expect her to be and then Ash whipped open her backpack and pulled out the purple monster.
Out. Yeah.
Got it going.
Not at all.
Jesus.
I know. It was truly, I was upset.
Yeah, because lesbians know how to fuck. So
right. I know.
Lesbians
I was
don't.
Are you for real?
They're not vanilla. They're
not vanilla.
Fucking.
They're fucking.
And they're fucking everywhere.
Yes.
All the time.
They're going hard.
They're going crazy.
Lesbians
hard.
go crazy.
Crazy hard.
Yeah. Just like gay guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a letdown. Anyway, then Rose is like, "Okay, I want to return the favor," and she starts going at it. She is rubbing Rose down there. I mean, Ash. Ash is she feels like she's on the brink of having an orgasm. And then she's like, "No, stop." So the next morning, Ash is like...
Should we move in together?
Ash is like, "Oh, my phone's dead. Can I use your computer to send an email to Emma or whatever?" Cut to a couple hours later, we're in the warehouse. Ash and Emma are in the warehouse. Yeah. Ash was watching an ASMR video of Cherry Covered Apron, her favorite ASMR.
Oh, yeah, we still haven't even had that reveal. Jesus Christ.
And Emma walks in and is like, "What the fuck are you watching? Why do you watch this weird ass shit?" And she's like, "Fuck you, blah, blah, blah." And they're laughing. And then Rose walks in and sees Emma and Ash laughing at her ASMR.
She goes, "So you all know. You've all been making fun of me behind my back this whole time, And
so Rose's knee-jerk reaction was, "Oh my god, Ash was on my computer this morning. She must have seen these files, sent them to herself."
The lesbian mind.
And now she's fucking laughing at me. And meanwhile, Emma's like, "I'm gonna go," because Rose was like, "What are you doing? What are you watching? What's happening?" And Ash is thinking, it's not that weird.
Yeah, what's your deal?
Well, she's like, "I know this is weird, content that I'm watching, but it's not that weird."
You're making a scene.
So we're having a misunderstanding type thing. Rose says, "Did you get this video off my computer?" And Ash is like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. This is online.
I fall asleep to this every
ASMR
night.
Video, blah, blah, blah." Oh, by the way, which I watch ASMR almost every night. I fall asleep with my phone in my hand, and I send lives to people.
You sent me one.
I sent that to you that night?
Yeah.
And Kaylee.
The funny thing is, I got that, and I was just like, "Yeah, I know you watch these."
I didn't send that to you. I know
that you watched
that was in a sleep thing. So Kaylee the next day was like, "What the fuck did you send me on TikTok?" And I was like, "That was."
And it was way past your bedtime when I got it. I was like, "This bitch is not awake right now." What is it, 10:02? There's no way you're awake.
Oh no! I'll just hold my phone right there, and my finger will just.
Things just happen.
They do. Anyway, so I get the whole ASMR thing. She's like, "No, I didn't take this ASMR video from your computer, okay?"
I'm like, "Was this ASMR video on your computer?"
Well, and then so Rose is starting to put it together. She's like, "Wait, she doesn't know that that's me. And Rose is like, for a director, you're not very observant.
For a director,
Yes.
you're not very observant.
And then Ash puts it together and is like, your fucking cherry-covered apron, I have been watching you for years.
Yeah.
I've been, like, obsessed with you.
Yeah.
Do you
now
understand?
I'm horny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now it's open.
Now it's open.
Yeah.
And she's telling Rose, she's like, do you understand how famous in the ASMR community you are? Do you know how, like, beloved you are? And Rose has no idea because she posts the videos on her website and she...
slams the computer shut.
Yep, slams it shut, goes take a shower. They go out to lunch and they talk about it, and Ash fangirls out, and Ash is like, can I show you
like what people
how
say?
many people, like,
love your shit? Should you monetize this?
And she's got 1.2 million subscribers. That's
insane.
huge.
That's insane.
Okay.
What I would give.
So, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, actually, the pressure would make me want to lose my mind. So.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. Whatever. That happens.
Great.
Cut to.
It's out.
A couple days later. It is, the pitch is ready. They've got all their friends and family over to the warehouse to watch it. Everyone loves it.
Of course. Their heart and soul was put into it.
Yep. And they've got the theater booked. They've got the timing booked with Irene Brentwood. It's like in a couple days. Everything's moving forward, full steam ahead.
Great. Proud of them. Proud of the team.
Yep.
They really pulled that one off. A miracle, I'd say.
They did. So Rose is at work and her boss calls her into his office and he goes, I've got good news and I've got bad news. This huge, massive client of yours, they're sick of not seeing you, and since you won't fly out there, they're going to fly out here Thursday, and they're bringing a Forbes reporter, and they want to spotlight you in Forbes magazine.
Yeah, but it's the same day.
It's the same day as the pitch, same time as the pitch.
Scheduling conflicts are so real.
Yes. So now Rose is shitting her pants. She's like, oh my God, like I can't let this guy down, and now I can't let Ash down. What am I going to do? Oh my God. And so she tells Ash, she's like crying. She's like, Ash, I can't go to the pitch. And Ash is like, it's fucking fine. This is your job. I'm not going to come in between you and your job.
You've already done
You're
so much.
About to be partner. You're amazing. Don't worry about it. I'm in
love with you.
Yep. Give me your pitch. Tell me what, I've got 24 hours.
Yeah.
For you to
give me cue cards.
Give me cue cards. And so that's what happens. Now we're at the pitch.
Okay.
Brentworth likes it. She
sure.
loves it.
She loves the way it's presented, the theater.
Yep, and Ash is doing a good job. And so after they watch the 10-minute clip, Ash is up there, she's answering questions. Boom, doors open.
That bitch ex-wife of hers. Oh.
Actually, the bitch ex-wife did show up.
But they shut that shit down?
The night before, they flew to LA for the pitch. Ash was standing on the street outside the theater, and she hears Ash, and she turns around, and it's her ex-wife Victoria. Yeah. She's like, I heard you were having a pitch here.
I'd say keep it moving.
Nothing really happens.
Keep walking.
Yeah, she just was like, are we friends? Victoria said that.
No.
And Ash was like, no. So, nothing really happened with that. Anyway, so in walks Rose, and Ash is like, oh my God, Rose is here, my queen. And she's like, ready to do her presentation, and she does. She speaks to Brentworth about financials, whatever, all the
stuff. She hits all her marks.
She does. Brentworth is like, that's great, but like, who is the audience for this? Is there an audience for this? You want $20 million for this type of movie. You're gonna want names in this movie.
Yeah.
Is there an audience?
An audience for lesbian rom-com?
Yeah, lesbian rom-com.
Yeah, lesbians and anyone
for sure
that enjoys a rom-com.
You're right, Paul. Brentworth is like, I'm not going to say yes because I don't think there's an audience for this. So...
heartbreaking?
Yep.
It happens.
Hold on. So Rose is like, hold on. There is an audience for this. And she pulls up an ASMR video of hers, shows it to Brentworth, and says, this is me, this is my content, this is what I do. I have 1.2 million subscribers, and I'm going to be doing the sound on this movie, Inevitable Comfort. My followers will follow me anywhere. They'll watch this movie. And Brentworth, what are your thoughts?
Boo! Boo to this book.
Weird. Yeah.
That makes literally no sense.
I know.
That makes literally no sense. Okay. Ooh.
All right.
Boo.
And so Brentworth is like, I like it, but give me the rights to Cherry Covered Apron, and then I'll fund
This
your
is
movie.
nonsense. This is nonsensical.
Ash is like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not letting Rose... And Rose is like, going to agree to it. You know, she's like, sure, you can have Cherry Covered Apron, my passion project, and have all the rights to it and monetize it and have it forever.
But she would still have to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to monetize the content that you already made?
I guess, yeah.
Sure, but I mean, like, and then it's over?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is stupid, dumb, stupid.
Yeah. So Ash is like, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And Brentworth's like, okay, too bad, and leaves. And, you know, Rose freaks out and is like, why the fuck? She said yes. She's like, I'm not letting you give the rights up to your work. You can't, like, you want to keep that for yourself, you know?
You just found out that you're super famous.
Uh-huh. Rose is like, Brentworth said yes, and you just threw it all away. And Ash is like, well, I want to make this movie, but I want you more. You know?
I guess so, but even that, like, I'm like, I don't want to make this movie with this crazy person who's saying crazy things. Like, I don't think that working together is going to be that fun.
Yeah. Well, and so that's what Ash tells her is, listen, I don't want you giving that up, A, and B, you know, you told her you would be doing sound on this. She was like, I don't want us working together. I worked with my ex-wife. It ended in disaster. I do not want to lose you the way I lost her. Blah,
Also,
blah, blah.
Doing the sound to your ASMR TikTok videos.
It's not the same as a major motion picture.
Yeah, not the same as doing a film score. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh my god.
So they go back to the hotel and they just, you know, by the way, we're in the last chapter. We're in the last two chapters.
Good. I'm ready.
Yep. They go back to the hotel and they confess their love for each other. They say, I love you.
Again?
I love you, which they hadn't said before. And Rose is like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't I see if I can get her like a 10% stake in Cherry Covered Apron and blah, 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 blah. And so she sends an email and she gets an email back from Irene Brentwood.
Yeah.
And she says, I am interested in that.
Like a negotiation of sorts.
Yep. So we're in negotiations. Literally. So everyone's happy. They're like, okay, we didn't get a hard no. And finally that night,
that's how to play the game.
Ash lets Rose go down on her.
Yep. Seals the deal. Well, now that she knows, all she had to do was start like talking about fruit sensually, right?
Yeah.
Open it right up.
Yep. And the book ends.
Does us all a fucking favor, and it ends.
Epilogue. The movie's been released. It's a big success. Rose has quit her job. She did not take partner. She does her ASMR, and they live happily ever after. That was the book. So.
God,
my ass.
Hated it.
I hated it.
I'm just,
I love that.
To be honest?
Yes, tell me.
Worst time I've had on this couch since we started.
I'm so sorry to do that.
I mean, I enjoy your company. I love you. So glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
Hated that book. So sorry you had to read it.
It wasn't fun.
It's so crazy because I said sorry you had to read books before, but at least you had a fucking good time.
Right.
At least shit happened.
Right, like Den of Vipers. I mean, I was intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's an audience for this.
I hated it,
but I am not it.
Nope.
No one I've met is it.
There just was absolutely no spice
nothing.
at all.
That was so boring.
Yeah.
There was no spice, and the story itself was boring.
Yeah,
like not a lot
very
happened.
Boring.
It was sometimes unbelievable, but even the unbelievable parts were boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with you. So I'm gonna try and sell this.
I would too. Pass that evil on.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I just realized?
Huh.
I think that we need to film the Halloween episode next. I think for Halloween, I have 2 short novellas, and I think we should do both.
Okay.
As a Halloween special treat.
Okay.
You can say no.
No, I'm into that.
Okay. I want to tell you the name, but one of them.
All right, just do one then.
Okay, because the other one is actually maybe I will just tell you, but you can't give like a 20-minute long.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
They're both have creatures in them.
Okay.
One is called The Demon's Bargain.
Okay.
And the other one is called Triceratops and Bottoms.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. Triceratops and bottoms.
Triceratops and bottoms. I'm not gonna guess that one.
Please don't. Don't.
No guesses.
Well, and the other
needed.
one's just the Demon's Bargain.
Yeah, the Demon's Bargain.
And they're both short. I think they're both like 130
both short.
pages.
I think okay, then I will do my guess
The
for
cover
the Demon
for
Bargains.
Triceratops and bottoms
Don't
is
show me
crazy.
yet. I'm so it's so hard for me to know that that's what we're gonna do because I want to Google that so bad.
Don't
I
you
won't.
dare.
I would never. What was it? The Devil's Bargain.
I'm reading what it's about right now. But you go. You start.
All right. I think that the Devil's Bargain.
The Demon's Bargain.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, then that
Sorry
literally
for
does
screaming.
changes
I'm
everything.
sorry for screaming. The Demon's Bargain.
The Demon's Bargain. The Demon's Bargain. Demon's Bargain. Demon's Bargain. Okay, I'll tell you what I think the Demon's Bargain is about. I'll be short and sweet.
Okay.
More than normal.
Like this book.
Yeah.
It's a novella. You know.
Okay. I think that the Demon's Bargain is about a Latina girl in her mid to late 20s.
Okay.
And she has been working her whole life, helping her family. Maybe her parents are dead, raised by her grandmother, helping raise a little brother. And she's, she's been working hard her whole life. Odd jobs, whatever she could do, cashier, cleaner, whatever it takes. But she's an amazing singer.
Okay.
Obviously, voice of an angel. And so she just wants to be famous and she wants to give up all these little jobs. And she is cleaning a church one day and she knocks over an urn, or what she thinks is an urn, but it's actually sealing a demon inside of it. And when it breaks out, it's like, you have freed me.
Yeah.
And then it says, because you freed me,
Be your sex slave.
I'll strike up a bargain with you. What do you want? What do you want in this whole world?
I want to be a famous singer.
And she says, I want to be a famous singer. And he says, done. But you have to give me 1 hour of your time every day.
Every day.
Every 24
An
hours,
hour?
I get
every
one single hour of your day. And you will not remember what happens. Your body is mine. For that hour.
Whoa. I don't like the not remembering part.
No, you don't remember. It's we're sharing your body now, and I get yours for an hour.
Oh, he gets to be her for an hour?
He says, I will make all of your wildest dreams come true, but I'm going to possess you and I get your body 1 hour today to do what?
Okay, so where's the sex come in here?
What do you think he does every hour of the day?
Jacks himself off?
No, he goes and fucks.
As a woman?
So then she's like gaining this reputation as a famous singer, and then she's also hearing all these rumors about like
crazy.
This like new girl that's hit the scene.
So insane.
And
dude. That's unhinged. I like that.
And she's like got these two sides of like outward mainstream pop star singer, and then there's this whole alter ego of the demon, and that's the bargain. And it's like her quest to find out what it's doing with her body.
Yeah.
And is that price that she's paying
worth?
It's like she doesn't remember any of it. She's not in control when that happens.
Right.
It's a different person.
Yeah.
But is that price too high?
Yeah, I would venture to say probably yes.
A lot of people would say no.
Apparently, fame is what people do for fame isn't a price too high.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Did he?
Is it that crazy of the stories that we're hearing now of what people have done for this person to say, oh, okay, 1 hour a day that I don't remember and all of my wildest dreams and ambitions come true? I think that's a bargain a lot of us would
try
take.
it out. Interesting. Well, yeah. So that's what we'll do.
All right, cool.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sitting through this one. I know it was tough.
It was tough. And we can say that, and that's fine. I can at least for sure say I don't recommend this one.
Oh, I don't recommend this book.
I don't recommend this book. I mean, if you listen to this and you liked that story despite everything we said about it, read it. Read it.
If you want.
If you want a no smut, no good time, boring plot, very kind of normal life.
Yeah.
Read it.
It's kind of like one of those movies where you watch the movie and you're like, this
this didn't go anywhere.
Right, it didn't go anywhere. It's like, all right, whatever, dude.
Yeah, it simmered. It simmered. It never boiled.
Never.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. And thank the audience.
Yes. Oh, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. Follow our Instagram, please.
The Instagram. Second Hand Smut.
Yep, TikTok,
YouTube,
Second Hand Smut,
all that
YouTube. Like and subscribe. Comment. Tell us why you hated this one as much as we did. Or rip into me for everything I said about lesbians.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. All right. Sorry for yawning, man.
It's fine. I get it.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.